886-6411. Dr. Joe Sanfilippo on Highway 20, just west of Green Bay Road, Racine.
Now, back to high school football on AM 1400, WRJN.
Evan, while we got a moment, 43-13's our score. Union Grove with the lead over Westosha. Let's talk a little college football. There's a game that's of probably some interest to the people in the stands here tomorrow night.
Yep.
And that would be Wisconsin and Alabama. What are your thoughts on that game?
Well, let the listeners know. I know you already know this, Dick. I'm a pretty big Badger fan, so the homerism in me is obviously hoping Wisconsin has a chance, but it's going to be a tough matchup for Wisconsin. Alabama's got a very good defense, and the offensive line for Wisconsin was pretty banged up during summer camp. So, it's going to be very tough for Wisconsin. They're going to have to play perfect football. It's going to be very hard to score any points at all, and hopefully they can keep it close and leave without any injuries. I don't see a way Wisconsin can win the game, but just keep it close, eliminate injuries, and use it as a learning experience for week 2.
Well, I don't know where I saw it, but I saw where Alabama, they hold the record for most games where they've been favored. Is it by double digits or just favored?
Well, I don't know. I know Alabama's favored by 10 for tomorrow, which I was kind of surprised that it's only 10 because Wisconsin doesn't have, like I said, they have a weakened offensive line. What we've used to seeing Wisconsin football have, it's not the same type of offensive line, and receivers, they're kind of lacking. And, first-year head coach and Paul Chryst going up against Wisconsin first-year head coach Paul Chryst going up against Nick Saban, who some can argue is arguably one of the probably top 5 coaches in college football history. It's tough for Wisconsin.
All right, let me give you a couple updates here. This one should interest you, I think, Evan. Janesville Parker 44, Beloit Memorial 7. That's a final. And then a final close to home, Oak Creek 21, Kenosha Bradford 10. That's also a final.
Yeah, Parker, I graduated from Madison East High School, and Parker's, they've always been a, very solid football team for when I was in high school, and, it looks like they still got a, pretty good team. Now, a team that, who I do follow, I don't have any scores on, would be Madison East, and they went from, winning a game for the first time, and I don't know how long when they beat Beloit Memorial last year to starting the season 2-0. So that's quite the proven for Madison East.
And for our listeners, again, we're still waiting, both teams on their respective sidelines as they tend to the injured player for Westosha Central on the field. We have not identified his jersey number yet. And we just hope that he's going to be okay. They brought the stretcher out, but they still are tending to him.
Yeah, I did see them toss the helmet away.
Yeah.
Typically, they wouldn't, mess with the helmet too much if it was a neck. So they did toss the helmet away. So that's a good sign. And his knees are at least bent up.
And again, we still have the full 12-minute quarter to play here in the fourth quarter. So this will be one of the later games. We'll probably get a lot of, before it's all said and done, Evan, we'll probably get quite a few finals here from the Racine County schools here before this one's over.
Yeah. Speaking of Racine County scores, one score I haven't seen at all yet, and I'm guessing maybe they play tomorrow, but haven't seen any St. Catharines score yet.
That's a game that'll be played tomorrow, and unfortunately they play a lot of their home games, the majority of them on Saturday afternoon. So with the Badgers being aired on your radio friend AM 1400 WRJN, you can't cover them on Friday nights very much.
He did stand up and is putting himself on the ambulance, so that is a good sign. It looks like it might be an arm from here. It looks like they do have one of the arms immobilized, but the good thing that he was able to get up under his own power and get on the ambulance. He wasn't moving at all for a while.
And again, Evans meaning the stretcher.
Yeah, the stretcher, that's what I meant.
So let's get these updates to people that we have. Martin Luther, it's a final now, 47-12 over Racine Lutheran. So again, as I said, we'll probably get a lot of finals before it's over.
It looks like they have his right arm pretty heavily bandaged right from here, from what I can see.
So play will resume, and we'll start this fourth quarter. 43-13. 43-13 is our score. Union Grove with the lead. And Westosha goes over to their bench one more time to get some instructions.
Yeah, the college team, Utah, Michigan, they opened up yesterday against Utah, the Jim Harbaugh era.
The Jim Harbaugh era, and he actually doesn't have yes, I did watch some of the game. He actually doesn't have a really good record for opening games. But very encouraged. They have just an average quarterback, but they've got a very good defense, played very hard, and he threw 3 picks. I mean, and they still only lost by 7 points. So
and Utah's a good team. I know you don't hear Utah talk about very often.
Everybody thinks they're not good because they weren't ranked.
Yeah,
but let's see where they are in a few weeks.
They're a very well-coached team, very good football team. They just don't get talked about a lot. Well, first they're in Utah, and second, the Pac-12 outside of a few teams doesn't get talked about much.
All right, so ready to begin here this fourth quarter. Union Grove ready for the official. Okay. We'll get play back here. Nelson back to pass. Throws it, dumps it over the middle. And Rybark with the reception over the middle.
Yeah, we saw the
it's a first down.
We saw the play earlier in the game, that tight end screen in the middle, and once again he's able to make a couple guys miss, get behind his big offensive line, and get that first down.
Final, Tulsa West over Pewaukee, 27-20. Middleton over Madison East, 42-21.
Oh.
Nelson on the handoff.
And Logan Hughes didn't let him go very far after he handed the ball off.
And Walker was buried that time.
Yeah, with Madison East, who gave that Middleton score, they have a very high-powered offense. They ended up, I think, beating Beloit Memorial last year, like 54-40-something, and both wins so far have been high-scoring games. But Middleton's usually one of the top teams in the state every year.
Final score, Badger 28, Burlington 27 is a final. Flag on the play here. Lake Country Lutheran 35 over St. Francis 28. So let's look at the flag here. So that was 2nd and 14 for the Broncos. So a chop block on the penalty.
And that's a big 15-yarder.
Union Grove, it should be.
Yeah. I played offensive line when I played football, Dick, and that was one thing I never did. Because high school I played both O-line and D-line, and as a D-lineman I've been chop blocked a few times. It's not the most funnest thing in the world. You're being held up by one guy, and another guy drives at your legs. You're unprotected, and that's how a lot of injuries can happen.
Marquette over Sussex Hamilton, 42-14 is the final.
Penalty is declined, though. You're not taking the 15-yarder to make it 3rd and 14.
Well, when you look at the score, all the injuries here, Hey, Mike. Hey, let's just keep the game going.
Yeah.
But it's still 3rd and long. Think of it that way also.
Yeah.
3rd and 13. Nelson brings them up to the line. Walker behind in the I formation. Goes back to pass, airs it out, throws, incomplete. Yeah, looking for Laxton there. 4th and 13. And
yeah, we just did see an example on why you never give up on a play as an offensive lineman, as Luke Sirota, who we've mentioned a couple of times tonight, almost goes unblocked to the quarterback, but an offensive lineman just hits him just enough to allow the quarterback to throw the ball.
And off the shanked punt, off the side of his foot.
Well, one of the other jobs that Joseph Peterson did was also punt the football, so that would explain the punts that they've been attempting lately.
Yeah. That was Travis Catt, though, that time with the punt, and it showed. So Westosha takes over. Delavan Darien 38, Elkhorn 15. Final from this. So McDermott in the shotgun. Got Logan Hughes again right next to him as a blocker. Airs it out. Just out of the hands of Trey Williams. So it'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 44-yard line. Here's some good news, Evan. Horlick up 14-6 over Tremper.
Very good.
Nearing the end of the game. Let's see if they can hold on.
Yeah, it'll be a nice win for Horlick, as you know. We mentioned a little bit about the Fletcher up in the box with the interim coach for the night, and that would be a nice win for Horlick.
So McDermott in the shotgun again. This time airs it out and completes it. He may go. And it is. It's a touchdown for Westosha. It was Carrillo. He's been his mark all night. And that makes it 43-19.
Yeah, Carrillo's been all over the place all night on defense, offense. He's definitely a player for this Westosha football team.
Here's one I want to report. Has no meaning to you. Hayward defeats Cumberland tonight, 30-20. That's the final. McDermott on the 2-point conversion, throws inside, incomplete. Try to hit Williams on the slant, and so it remains 43-19. We'll step away for 30 seconds. This is high school football on your radio, friend. AM 1400 WRJN.
When pizza is really good, the texture, flavors, and aromas combine to create a true experience. Bernie's Pizzeria is like that. Their signature thin crust marries handmade dough, traditional sauce, and your choice of toppings and elevates them to a whole new level. All quality ingredients, all homemade and simply delicious. Fantastic ravioli and pasta, and so much more served with wine and beer. You need to try Bernie's tonight. Dine in or take out. Bring the whole family to Bernie's Pizzeria on Lathrop, just south of Washington Avenue in Racine.
Now, back to high school football on AM 1400 WRJN.
Back at Union Grove High School, 43-19. Westosha just put some more points on the board, but they still trail Union Grove with 10:36 to go in our ball game. Long ball game tonight, Evan. Already 9:30, and we're not out of here yet.
Nope. And it'll probably be after 10 by the time we do get out of here. You got to give Westosha some credit, though. They could have easily, when they
folded.
They could have easily folded when they got down to the slaughter rule, but they fought hard, and they're not giving up. They keep fighting.
So Siebert to kick off for Westosha.
And you